when somebody obsessed with you, they're not comfortable. They're not at peace when you have peace. When you look peaceful, when you look happy, they're irritated. It's like a relationship there.
Yeah.
When you look peaceful and happy, it irritates me. So in order for me to get my peace back, I got to go and put that irritation on you. And then I feel good again. It's like that. It's like this kind of dysfunction. And then if you separate yourself from me to where now you're not around me, I got to come find something about your situation that I can say is wrong so we have a reason to disrupt your peace.
Yeah, that's like
It's wild. Welcome back to OG's Uncut Conversations on the Culture. I'm Priest, your host, and I'm with the co-host and cuz T-Rex. Man, we're gonna talk obsession today.
Right.
I know you've seen the movie. I seen the movie. Yeah, man. Well, we chopped it up a little bit, but we're gonna bring the conversation on set. The movie was a horror, which seems like surprised you.
Yeah,
because you
I forgot it was a horror romance.
Yeah. They took romance and went to
extremes
to nightmare, right? But sometimes that's what happened with love.
Yeah,
it started as romance and it go to a nightmare.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Big Tigger experiencing that right now.
Yeah. I remember you sent me that.
I sent you the video. Yeah, Mr. Tigger.
Yeah, that was all rehearsed.
You're literally standing on her. He's like, she dropped.
I'm standing over her. I'm not standing on her.
Yeah.
I'm hovering over her.
That's horror movie stuff when you a man.
Yeah. That was choreographed. That was mighty convenient that the mother was in the hallway from beginning to end, from when she ran out the room, the ticket come out.
Right,
like
she already got the thing, yeah.
Looking like a director, producer,
right?
A generic.
I don't think he was involved in the planning of the choreographing because he didn't want to do that to his brand, man.
Yeah, the wife with the stunt double and everything, the star of the movie.
She's trying to set up. She making her. That's a plan for her escape. She said she's trying to swipe something before she go.
Oh yeah, that's like always, yeah. But like when you said obsession, obsession is the romantic side. The horror, I saw more possessed. So I think it was obsession slash
possession.
Possession, because that girl was doing some vile stuff on there, dog.
Yeah, she
almost made you think you watching Poltergeist or what's that?
On the movie, you back in the movie now.
Yeah, I'm back in the movie. That's what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? It was like to one extreme, and like what Tigger wife doing, it's to the extreme. When you hear the backdrop of so-called allegedly all the stuff that he had done, led up to her doing this. So that was kind of like what would you call that? Obsession or possession?
Maybe a little of both, man.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, you said extremes, and I think let's talk about this then, because the movie is horror, but we're gonna bring it into real life with obsession. What happens when love goes to extremes? I mean, you talk to me about your personal experiences. If you want to, you can share. But
a couple of my crash outs.
Your crash outs.
Over love, L-O-V-E.
Over love. I'm going to throw this out there. Some of the ladies that I've talked to in the past, and not just one, but more than one, talks about how they had a possessive man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Possession.
Yeah.
Obsession. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like they cousins, because on the man side, the man, and maybe the woman too, but when the man get extreme with his love, even if you want to call it love at that point, it seems like the stories I hear about, he get possessive. You know, where you going, what you wearing, where you at, you know what I'm saying? Like, or you can't hang with your friends and stuff like that.
Yeah, when I hear you say possess, before I give you one of my rundowns, or one or two when I crashed out. When I hear possess, as soon as you said, I thought about like immigrants, like Africans and Jamaicans.
Possessed
like
immigrants?
Like they're like, you know, their culture,
Okay.
and they so in the cloud and prideful of their culture
Yeah.
that they literally feel like when we were talking about, like, you know, like over there, they like literally can beat on their women and stuff and they not go to jail. So to me, when I hear that, it's possession. Like you, like a man owns a dog but possess a dog, he can beat on, know it's
own
going to
your
come
wife,
back. Yeah, own your wife. It's like they take it to another level. Like FBA men, I ain't gonna say it's a lot of us, but it's very few of us that have that possession, or we might be obsessed.
Yeah.
But when I hear when I don't know why I think of African guys and Jamaican guys, they're more possessive. Like for instance, I go to this one spot to go eat at, and it's an African spot. And I remember I told you what my son had said when the lady walked out.
Right.
He's like, "Wow, Daddy, she got a big butt," and I said, "I'm so sorry," and everything. But when I first went there, she was there. And she introduced herself, and I told her I was switching out to a new restaurant, and I'm trying something new. And I guess I think to me, with FBA men being real friendly to African women, African men get real, I won't even say it possessed to the point where when I come there now, she barely comes out. Or if I mention her and say, hey, because I think she got some kids that work there, I say, hey, tell your mom, all of a sudden, the husband coming out, boom. And I'll be looking, and when I try to, like, what's up, he's like mean mugging. I'm like, where this coming from? But the guy that normally comes out to give me my food and I pay for it, I said, hey, how your wife doing? He said, that's my sister-in-law. So then I was like, oh yeah, that guy. He said, oh, that's the husband. And I said, oh, okay, I get it. And he started laughing. And it was just like all I do, because she used to be out there. As soon as I come, she would come and say, hey, how you doing? You want this? And she'd be all happy. But all of a sudden,
it changed.
It changed.
I wouldn't. I hear you say African and Jamaican, but I wouldn't generalize. But I
from
hear
my
you.
experience, I've seen.
I got you, but I'm just saying Africa is a huge continent. So
yeah,
I'm gonna let African folks weigh in on all that if y'all watching, because I know some folks from specific
I want to hear from
countries.
the ladies. Yeah,
I know people from ladies from specific countries. Have said what you're saying. That you know. They're real possessive. And I'm going to be straight up. I've heard it from ladies from Ghana and Sierra Leone. Liberia, I haven't heard. Over in South Africa, that area, I haven't heard possessive. But the culture, the authority for the husband is so clearly defined that when it's done excessively, it can become possessive.
Yeah,
you know, like I know a girl from Zimbabwe, and she says in their culture, when the women bring the food to the man, he's sitting in the chair, and they bring the plate, and they come and get on their knees and hand him the plate. He takes a plate, they get up and go. You know, when he's done eating, he puts a plate down, they come get it every time. Now in America, women going crazy over that. I'm not even asking for that. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that that's the culture in Zimbabwe. And then I heard about the possessive stuff from one or two women from Ghana and then from Sierra Leone. You know what I'm saying? So I could see where it getting excessive could become that.
Yeah, now with FBA, I think we're more so obsessed to where we operate out of jealousy. Like they'll tell them, don't come out and stay in the kitchen. When that guy come, stay in the kitchen, or I'm gonna beat you. That's possessed. But now the way an FBA guy may handle it, when she come out, he may come out and stand next to her and watch her from afar. It's like with FBA men, we got a fence in the yard, but you're not on the leash. But then you got some people that got the dog fence in the yard and they still on the leash, so they can't break out if they by any chance. So that's the differentiation how I see FBA men don't take it to that level. We might be jealous and have poise, and we'll watch you from afar, but we won't say you stay in the house, don't come out. Like we'll say you can go to the mailbox, but don't go no further there. To me, African men like from now on, I go to the mailbox and I go out and get it, and then you get it. That I see the differentiations. I'm showing that we have traits too, but it's not to that extreme. I was more obsessed. I think theirs is more possessive from culture. And then when you look at some of these African movies like Polygamous, That dude was very possessive.
I throw them the a bone though to say that that's a dysfunctional extreme of the culture, because I think everybody got dysfunctional extremes.
Exactly.
When stuff is operating healthy, that's just your relationship dynamic. But as soon as somebody go extreme for whatever reason, and that's what we need to talk about.
Yeah.
Where is that line? When is it too far? Because right now we getting, you know what I'm saying, we getting so much exposure to extremes that I feel like a lot of women are triggered just by masculinity. I'm talking about just by neutral masculinity. A man carrying authority in his presence, a man who has principles, puts his foot down or whatever the case, even if he's doing it in a way that's not aggressive. Because the way I look at authority is you got aggressive and you got assertive. I feel like aggressive is a little bit, you starting to go overboard. I feel like assertive is more balanced.
Yeah.
You know, you putting your position out there and you holding your position. That's assertive.
Yeah.
Aggressive is when you overbearing and you forcing it.
It's assertive. It's almost like what you're saying. Assertive, it has its place right then and there.
Yeah.
Aggressive is like, okay, dude, you went way too far.
Right.
Nobody can do what you just asked or what you demand, and that's way
And
too
you're not
aggressive.
really respecting the other person's will. You just, assertive is you respecting your own will and you stating your position and you holding it.
And it makes sense.
And it makes sense. But I was talking to one of my friends yesterday and on the phone, and she was like telling me about a conversation that she just observed between an older man and a younger man, and the younger man was complaining about his girl. They weren't married, and he was like something about her going out all the time, and she wasn't giving him sex. So he was like, well, how can she withhold sex from me, but I'm still doing my part? Like, I don't stop paying the bills, I don't stop doing this, all these responsibilities. But when it comes to sex, intimacy, she get to hold that back. And so the older man and him was spitting and kicking game, but he made a statement.
Who, the older man?
The younger man made a statement.
Okay.
He said something about, and then she going out a lot, and he was like, he not really knowing where she at, which is a whole nother story. But here's the statement he made. He was like, how can I protect you if I can't control you? Because he was like, I don't know where you are. He's like, how can I protect you if I can't control you? And I don't think, based on the context that she gave me in the conversation, I don't think he meant control.
Yeah.
I think he means like lead or give direction, right? Like if I don't even know what's going on with you, how can I be a man? But the way he said it was triggering, right?
Especially the trigger who received it.
Right.
I know men, we know where he was going.
Yeah.
And we probably like, ooh, dude.
Yeah, that's the wording, yeah.
The word, we get what you're saying, but the wording just threw it off, her equilibrium off. So now we're going to, instead of the conversation flowing, we're going to stay right here with this one word, and it messes up the whole conversation.
Yeah, man.
Especially when it comes to a woman, when they hear control or obey, or, oh my God, yeah, it's so many words, dude. Woo. Feel like you're in a courtroom.
Yeah, you got the, So I told her I feel like a lot of times I feel like I see a lot of ladies get triggered by authority.
And when you were talking, I was thinking about these religions. I was thinking in my head as you were talking, since we always do it live and we shoot straight from the hip, keep it organic, authentic. I was like, damn, can Muslims be more possessive and Christians obsession? Because when you look at Muslims, their women can't leave the house unless they covered up. They can't look at men. When I was in Iraq, if they looked, waved, or smiled, the man would literally take his shoe off out of disrespect and beat her with the shoe. And then sometimes we would have to rough them up because, like, where we from, you don't beat on women.
Right.
So, and then they would say that women are for children and men are for fun. See, a lot of people don't know that over there in that culture. Women work and carry and do everything. They were for children, and men are for fun. So I was like, dog, this is Iraq. You don't get no harder Muslim than this. So I was like, damn. But when you look over here, that's possession. That ain't obsession.
Yeah.
Because obsession, you got wiggle room that you want men to see your woman with curves. But when you possess a woman, I don't want no man to look at you. Don't look. That's possessing. That's showing possession of something like total dominance, like what you just said, aggressive. So now when you were talking, I was thinking about Christian. I think I want to say it's more obsession, but it might could be a little bit of both. And what I mean by possession, when you look at the Bible, if a woman messed up, they would beat them, stone them, kill them.
Right,
dude,
right,
that's not obsession.
right.
That's possession. You can do whatever you want to these women, and there's no punishment.
Even Lot in Sodom and Gomorrah story, Lot, when them angels or whoever came and they wanted to sleep with his with the men in his house. It was angels in his house, disguised as men. And when the I guess the perverted men from the society from Sodom and Gomorrah came knocking on his door, hey, give up them men. He said, no, I can't disrespect these strangers, but here, take my daughters though.
That's possessed.
Yeah, let me hand over my property, my daughters, and let you. And it says, I think they abused them till the morning. Yeah, so this is religion. Religion definitely got that possessive, obsessive spirit. And I'm gonna throw something that people ain't gonna want to hear. And I told you this.
I know. Yeah.
John 3:16. For God so loved the world, that He gave, and gave is a very nice way of saying killed, or He gave for sacrifice,
like that dude did his daughter.
Right,
you can have him.
He gave. So that you would not perish but have everlasting life. But here is the possessive part. Verse 17 says, for he who does not believe is already condemned because you didn't accept or whatever the only beloved son of God. However, I'm paraphrasing now. But basically he's saying, I love you, but if you don't accept it, I'm gonna get rid of you. I'm gonna burn you in hellfire forever. So it's accept my love or be punished. And we take that and we
that
treat
ain't
it.
obsession.
Yeah, that's possession, right? Because you gonna be mine or you ain't gonna be nobody's. Right? That's pretty much what the scripture is saying.
Like a man said, I can't have you, nobody can.
That's pretty much what the God of the Bible is saying. And I'm not, and a lot of people probably hear that, oh my God, how can you say that? But if you feel that way, you don't read your Bible. Because that's exactly what the gospel is saying. Verbatim.
I hate to go there, but when you were talking, I said, man, we got to, we keep it real. I had to go there.
What at? With the religion?
Yeah. When I look at it, when you talk about, especially with men and women and a correlation like that, you can't have no choice but to see that, what I'm saying. People might get mad at it. It might rub you the wrong way, whatever side of the track of religion you're on, but and you might, and most people that's probably hearing, especially men, if they're in their feelings, they might be one of the ones that's doing the possession. Yeah, because possession is that. But they hide it through their religion, though. Yeah, they pivot on that.
I think the spirit, the expression of possession is a ultimatum. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, do or die. You know what I'm saying? Like, do this or else. That's an ultimatum. That's how religions are set up to bring you in and lock you in. I think sometimes we got to stop and look at that, man. Mm-hmm. How is love? And really, and this is our template for love, really. Right. You know, in America, God so loved the world. If you don't love him back, if you don't respond, you go to hell. Yeah. It's like I don't got no choice. It ain't no in between. Are you really giving me an option? Because I feel like real love give you free will. Right. It's like I want to be with you, but I'm going to still allow you to be you. This possessive, obsessive love, I say possessive love, call itself love, but it's not giving you a choice.
Yeah. I like what we're talking about, because in our era, I don't know if women still say it. I know they don't say it no more. I know I'm not that old, but back in the day when I was young and when you used to watch some of the movies, you used to hear women say, will you die for me? And you be like, as a man, you got to say, yeah. But deep down in your heart, you probably like, shit, it depends on what the circumstances and all that is. But see, that's how far a woman would take a man to see how much. Now, is that love? Is that obsession? Is that using common sense? That they used to ask you that. In today's time, it's like women put you in that position to see, they'll put you in circumstances, positions to see how you respond. At least back then, the women would ask and give you a bone to see before they test
Don't
you.
play with my life
Nowadays,
like that.
women don't do it. They will orchestrate a scenario
For yeah.
like real quick. She could have just broke up with a guy, had a kid by this guy, and the whole time while y'all sitting in the and she would take you to his backyard where they went on their first date and everything, and you sitting at the table eating, and you like, by any chance, do you know this dude? Because he looking mighty hard over here. And then they drop the bomb. Oh yeah, that's my ex. You like, oh, and you like, your ex? Yeah, we just broke up like last week and we had a kid together. And you like, oh shit. You dig what I'm saying?
See that's and they belong together.
Yeah,
because she put him in a situation where he's in danger but blind to it.
Yeah,
and then this other Negro is following.
So he's possessed.
I call that obsession. It may be a little both because
that's heavyweight stalking there.
That's heavyweight stalking because I look at obsession is it may not be openly aggressive, but
Right.
it's like the stalker energy.
Yes.
It's like I'm watching everything. I can't get you out of your mind. My mind, everything you doing, I got to see. I got to be involved. I got to have some input. To me, that's obsession.
Yeah, it sounds like that R. Kelly song. I can't sleep without you. I can't breathe without you.
But see, that's what we call a love, though.
Yeah, but
Where
do
that
you
come
hear the
from?
extreme in the music,
Yeah.
though?
But this is why love and obsession can even be in the same conversation.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be like that? I can't breathe without you.
Comparing a woman to your Jeep, you something like my Jeep.
I mean, that ain't that bad though.
But yeah, that's lightweight. But
Yeah.
you on the borderline.
You know what I'm
crossing
saying?
over.
But when you start saying, I can't breathe, I can't sleep. I mean, I get it.
I can't eat.
You trying to show something, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a viewpoint
And women
on,
eat it up though too.
Yeah, they do.
And they demand it.
That's supposed to be just art though. But when you start actually taking it there, then it's like, all right, bro.
But you got guys out here that can't eat, can't sleep, can't think.
Yeah.
They looking for how they always saying, looking for their woman in the daytime with a flashlight. Like, nigga, why you outside in the daytime with a flashlight?
When you start feeling like that, bro, you need to start pulling back and reevaluate because you losing yourself when you can't sleep, when you can't eat, when you're doing this, like you
Richard Pryor
somewhere is
Richard
off.
Pryor even said it. It's insane that you haven't hit manhood until you had your heart broke. And he was saying, Richard Pryor was clowning. He said, I ain't talking about like your heart broke. Like you just walk out in the highway and you don't care if you get hit by a car.
Lord.
That type of heart broke. You don't care if a 747 hit you at this point. But that's when you possess. Like
you lose your will.
you
Yeah.
lose your will to live.
I don't know about that one.
Hey, cause I lied to you not. This is for all the LGBTQ, the ones that start what they say 20% of the alphabet.
Yeah.
I talked to some gay guys before.
Okay.
And believe it or not, a lot of them went gay because they got hurt that bad. They got done that wrong that they started thinking and went to the other side.
I feel like, and women
I
too.
bullshit you not.
And women too. Women be
Yeah.
talking about, I'm tired of men.
And
I'm going to get some cat now. I feel like for the LGBTQ community, them the stories they really need to be telling.
Yeah, but they don't.
They always just be
It's
like,
very few that do.
They be so busy defending their gender. Man, I was just out eating the other day, man, and it was some bad service. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it was some bad service.
Right.
They took long to get to us. When they finally got to us, okay, good. Now it's like, okay, about time to go. But then I see the waiter walking around, but not coming to us. Like they go to that table, but they don't make a direct passage. So
Yeah.
I'm not in restaurants. I don't really like having to do this. I prefer if you got a good waiter, when they get in proximity, they know to make eye contact with
Yeah.
you. So you can just be like this.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for that opportunity. But every time the person getting near, they just like this. Just off line of sight with their eyes.
Peripheral.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna have to do this now. So
Making the whole thing look awkward.
they get here, I'm kind of sitting about at this angle. they coming up the aisle right here, and I see they kind of like this, and I'm like, hey man, got dreads, silhouette looking like me right here. Turn around, excuse me, what'd you say to me? What'd you say to me? And I already knew where it was going. Yeah. I guess it was a woman, right? Girl. But you really couldn't really tell what was going on. You had the other waitresses in there, you see the little shape and hair. This you really couldn't tell. It was like right down the middle. And then so she gonna turn around, excuse me, what you say to me? So I look at the name tag, Gabriel, can I get the check? Because I ain't about to go back and forth with you on him, her, it. I ain't about to do that. Because I know that's what you want. And not only that, it's like, you've been ignoring me all this time, and I'm paying money to be served. But now when I say, hey, excuse me, man, now I got all your attention. As soon as it became about your gender, now you want to give me your attention. Man, what's your name? Go get the check. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to talk to you about your sexual orientation.
Maybe if you was doing your job, it would have never came to this, me getting mixed up
man.
Who you are. Or maybe if you was coming more, I would have got to read.
It wouldn't even have been that.
No, I would have got to read and knew what you were.
Man, I can't be. Yeah, exactly. Man, the last thing I'm doing is paying to be disrespected. Man, I put a big fat zero on the tip, like, you know what I'm saying?
I would have said that slick. I was like, man, maybe if you was doing your job right, I would have knew what your gender was.
But that group right there, exactly. They need to tell more of that truth, man. More of them stories that made them go that way, because it's usually a story. And that's usually where, for them young people who thinking about going that way, your choice, but at least know some truth. Yeah. Don't get blindsided by hurt and heartbreak, and then you make a choice. When you got all these people who done experienced that, but they act like everything's so good and I'm just on this side because I found myself and I'm choosing. Nah, you had an experience that made you make that choice.
And that's like what you always say, that's the dangers of how far should you open yourself or give love to, because that shit can have consequences on you later on.
Yeah.
Even health-wise, you probably develop heart disease. I done known a lot of people. My cousin had told me that my cousin had, this is not dealing with romance, but how when you under so much stress that his kidneys started shutting down because he was so depressed he didn't eat, that his kidneys had got bad because nobody in the family knew that he was facing some heavy jail time, and he didn't say nothing to the point where he got sick and he started having problems with his kidneys. So that's just to say love can do that to you too.
What ended up happening to him? Did he go to jail?
But he ended up having to be on dialysis and stuff for the rest of his life because that's how stressed, that's how bad.
He didn't know how to manage that.
Who'd say love does the same goddamn thing to you? Where people kill their family, their children, and then kill themselves.
It's some extremes, man.
It's an extreme. I hate to say, but it's one particular culture that's really good at doing that. Black men, every blue moon, you may hear him, when we do it, and I just hate to say it, but when we do it, we go after the man. We kill the guy to show the woman, like, to put fear in her, the next guy, because it's a two-edged sword when a woman got a guy like that. You got to live with the guilt of getting this man killed. On top of, you afraid to leave because he might kill me.
Yeah.
See, that's when women get scared. Now you done really got what you wanted. Now you're scared.
I feel like a lot of times possession is a masculine extreme obsession seem to be a feminine extreme, because a man got the ability to strong arm a situation, like to actually say it's mine and back it up with strength.
I truly believe, as far as black men, FBA men being in jail, I think 50% of it, or more than 50%, probably, I say 70% is drugs. And I guarantee the other 30% is probably from you being so crazy of a woman that you ended up going to jail.
About that? How much? What percent?
Well, a lot of. I'm saying the percentage as far as like drug related is 70, But the other
You think so?
30%,
Domestic?
yeah, because
I don't know. I
I
gotta
got
look that
family
up.
members that told me it's a lot of guys in there that done crashed out over women that's doing heavy time
I
from
hear it.
domestic.
Yeah.
My kid's baby mother Tayon, her brother, he's real cool. His daughter lived in Dallas, and her boyfriend took her out and then took himself out.
That's crazy, man. But yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, you got them. I mean, you got them situations.
It's
but
a lot of guys, from what
I
I've
think
been hearing, it's a lot of guys. My uncle said it's a ton of guys that's doing time, doing life.
It's a breakdown
because-
somewhere for somebody to go there. Is because like you, to me, when you go to extremes like that, you look like you in control. Yeah, you making the decision to take yourself out and take, but really somebody got so much influence over you that you're willing to harm yourself.
And that's where
That's really weakness.
And that's where I was bringing up too, that sad to say that it's kind of bad to give yourself, but it's some people out here, they won't get in a relationship unless they got that kind of control over a person that they obsess or possess. When they know that you care about them or want them that bad, they use that to their advantage.
They like having that kind of control.
Yeah, which is messed up.
I'm gonna shift to something that you ain't think about.
What's that?
I'm gonna tell you, because when I was thinking about this conversation, obsession.
Right.
I wanted to have this conversation in the context of relationships. We took it in relationships, in religion,
cultures.
But I'm gonna tell you probably the clearest example of obsession. White American black people. White America is obsessed with us.
Yeah,
we was enslaved, fought our way out, wouldn't leave us alone. Went in and manipulated the laws so that we create debt so that they're still attached to us. We get up out of that. We got people like Booker T. Washington building schools, institutions, saying, hey, self-reliance, learn to till the land, learn to build, learn to educate yourself. All these examples of people who we see created open banks, Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, all them different examples of us building. But then who show up every time to say, we got to be involved. We can't let y'all go. We hate you. Y'all ugly, your skin dark, your nose big, your lips big. So we said, okay, we do our own thing. But then they follow you. It was even this, I forget the name of this, the group of people, it might have been down in Florida. To get away from white folks, they went and learned how to adapt to the swamp. They in the swamp. They having kids, got culture,
built a society.
Built a society. Who come creeping through the water? Who come creeping through the water looking?
Yeah. Getting bit by alligators.
Bruh.
Getting malaria from mosquito bites.
Bruh.
To where they changed the time when they went, because they like, we can't go in the summertime, we get fucked up. So
yes.
we will go in the wintertime where we won't get bit as much.
It's like
the extremes.
You're damn if you do, you're damn if you don't with these folks in this country.
Right. Yeah.
It's like it don't matter what you do until they finally got a leader like Dr. Martin Luther King to convince everybody that integration was the best situation. And really, that's just another form of the obsession.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if y'all doing your own thing, you're going to accumulate power, and we don't want that. So let's come together. Let's get married, really. You know what I'm saying?
Come together like butt cheeks.
And now it's like an abusive marriage.
Yep.
Tell me it ain't.
Yeah.
People don't want to say this, but Black Americans in America is like an abusive marriage.
Yeah.
We trying to be happy. We here. Sometimes we want to even ignore that the abuse is happening. But then it's as soon as you get high enough and happy enough, boom, something else. What's the kid name that just got killed? Just got left out there. Nolan Wells.
Oh, there's the thing about Mississippi.
Yeah, it's a Nolan Wells, and he ain't the only one. It's about two other ones that's in news that's unsolved.
Sure, you're right.
Right, and then it's like the abuse. I'm calling it abuse, but the abuse be obvious. and then the media come out and frame it. Well, we don't know. We don't have any evidence indicating any foul play. What you mean? We looking at the situation. You know what I'm saying?
The story tells it right there.
That's obsession, though. Would you say that it's an obsessive relationship?
I can see, especially when you talk about marriage, but this is the kicker too. Even if you divorce them, like a true divorce, you're not really divorced. You still probably got to pay alimony, child support. So even when we divorce them, they still attached to us.
Yeah.
So we can't win for losing. If we marry you, we got to go through it. If we divorce you, we think we're going to get some breathing room, but you still don't.
Yeah.
So even in marriage and divorce, it's like, shit, it's literally to death do you part.
And that's the thing with obsession. Obsession can say, I'm going to let you go, but it's consequences for you leaving. You know what I'm saying? It might not be direct. I might not be standing over you in your face, but the things I can control that's going to give you that's going to create misery, I'm going to do them little things.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to do them little things until you come back to me. And coming back in this situation is us complying or getting in a situation to where we act like they want us to act. Even though the way we act ain't hurting you, it ain't doing nothing to you, well, you too smart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you
is that saying what's mine is mine and what's yours is mine?
Yeah.
But they act like it's not, but it is.
It's obsession.
Oh yeah. And that's why they everything stems from that. That's why they use that. That's their motivation for everything that they do. Why they got to keep creating and changing laws, changing policies, and everything. They want to make sure they keep their fangs in us, but it also you can't do nothing neither. We keeping y'all right where we want you. But they hide it through policies and everything, but it stems from obsession.
Yeah. And that's what it is. I don't think
That's a motivation for them.
Ain't nobody who can look at the Black America situation, the Black Americans in America situation, and not acknowledge that it's obsession going on. Because it don't matter what we doing. We doing it by ourselves. It's somebody got to walk up and point out something, point out a problem. They're watching. Just the fact that you watching, that's just stalker energy right there. The fact that you always got to be looking, because you looking for something that you can frame as wrong, as criminal, as immoral, to give you a reason to come in and get involved.
Oh yeah, but see, the thing is, they can do it, but they can't. It's been many times where I done sat somewhere and they would call the police, and the police came and like, "Hey, sir, are you okay? Are you good?" And you'd be like, "Yeah, why?" The people at the store said, "You've been sitting here for a while."
Obsession.
I've been just sitting here. I'm not doing nothing. It's a public place. Well, you on private property. You're going to have to move. And you're like, what? I had that done to me, and I done seen. I'm like you cannot. Like, literally, I can go to a Starbucks and sit in there all day. I guarantee they probably call the police on me. And I probably ain't got a drink. I'm probably just sitting there using their internet or something.
I don't think all Starbucks, but yeah, you can
but
find.
I'm just
you
using
can find
a
one
place where you're
that's
sitting.
That's actually happened.
Yeah. And that's the obsession. They cannot. They so obsessed that the stuff that they do, if we do it, they can come up with a law or something to stop us from doing it. Like no soliciting and shit like that. That's them.
We know we in an obsessive relationship in this country. That's really what it's an abusive relationship. It's just like there was a black guy standing out in front of a black-owned hair salon,
right? Because
it was two white guys just standing out there in front, antagonizing the women who own the shop. And the guy came out there calling them out and defending. He was like, "These are women. What you doing?" But they was like, "We can stand here. This is public property." But why, dude? You ain't got nothing else to do? Like, this is obsession. You just want to be out there and be a annoying presence just so you can say, this is my right. I'm not doing anything to you. And then there's a video also of this guy who used to record. He owns a house in the neighborhood that has a lake. And he'll be out there either fishing or sitting by the lake. And like clockwork, somebody from the neighborhood, a white person, "Excuse me, why are you here?" And he was like, and he started recording it. He was like, "This happens over and over and over again." He's living in his own, he got a house there. He's sitting there, but the neighbors who don't know him come up questioning him every time, calling the police. It's like when somebody obsessed with you, they're not comfortable. They're not at peace when you have peace. When you look peaceful, when you look happy, they're irritated. It's like a relationship there.
Yeah.
When you look peaceful and happy, it irritates me. So in order for me to get my peace back, I got to go and put that irritation on you. And then I feel good again. It's like that. It's like this kind of dysfunction. And then if you separate yourself from me to where now you're not around me, I got to come find something about your situation that I can say is wrong so we have a reason to disrupt your peace.
Yeah, that's like
It's wild.
when you used to laugh at me, and I used to take my kids to Sky Zone.
Yeah.
And my kids, I got a daughter and a son, they content with each other playing. For some reason, the white people would come over and their kids would play. But when I see that some of their kids are unruly, before I let it get to the extreme, I say, Joshua, Leah, hey, let's go this way.
Right.
We will go to the other side, and I'll be damned, they are following us.
Right.
And I'm like, they cannot. It's like, if we do it, oh, you're racist or you got a problem with us. No, I'm really doing this because I don't want it to be a problem. But you about to make it a problem.
It's like, and I think
we can't, like you said, we can't win for losing with them.
Let's look at some strategy here because as we close out, because I'm thinking like when somebody is obsessed with you, because I've been in a relationship like this before. I ended a relationship. The person just want to keep on antagonizing any way they could, get in there to poke. They doing that, and it's again like I said, it's like they not at peace unless your peace is disturbed. And I feel like, but what they're doing, the way they show their hand is the fact that they always got to watch and follow. So it's almost like they showing their hand too. And I feel like the tactic that they're using is irritation. If I could just create irritation to get you to engage me. And we talked about this before, disengaging.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they want you to do. If I can just irritate you enough without it being obvious to engage you, then I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I already disturbed your peace.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think needs to be done? Do you think disengaging is the best answer?
Nah, do what they doing to you. That's the best way to
turn
do
it
it.
back. Oh, watch
and do the same thing to them. And where they can't, they want to do something, but they can't do nothing because they ain't got enough proof to say it's you doing it. But they got a sense that you doing it, but they just can't prove it that it's you.
I don't know about that.
And then when they come in, like, did you do it this place? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Every now and then.
That's what I do to stop them, because when you do it to them, it takes a minute for them to realize that you're doing to them what they're doing to you. And normally when that light comes on, they stop. That's where it is, because I do it to them and they not knowing it yet. And today they realize, like, I'm starting to have this uncomfortability, but I noticed it started when I started messing with him, but I didn't. God damn it, this motherfucker done took a page out of my book and doing it to me. But normally it take them a while to get it, but normally when they get it, they stop.
Yeah.
Because now you done figured it out. Okay, you disturbing my peace, but I can't get you. So, but when you figure out when you can get an angle and read on them and use something back at them, but it takes a while for them to get it. That's the only hard part for you. I got to keep doing it. And you'll notice when they got it, because now they'll wave and smile and they leave you the hell alone. I do it all the time, but you got to do it. That's the only thing. It's almost like eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth.
It's like black people in America almost got to study what it's like being in an abusive relationship, or not. I won't even say abusive because I won't even give that credit, but I say an obsessive relationship, because we in a relationship.
Oh yeah,
we all live here. You can't. We here. So how do you navigate dealing with somebody who obsessed? And I think if as individuals and collectively as black people in America, we can master that, I think we start winning.
Yeah, you said it. You said it actually. You said what white people hate. They hate to be exposed of what they're doing in the dark.
Yeah.
And when you can get crafty every time they do it, you expose them without them knowing it's you, and you sitting back watching like this, but they know you did it, but they can't prove it. They like, that's when they stop. That's when they slow down and say, you know what? I need to stop for a while to figure out another way.
Yeah.
But the secret is what you did the first time. They thinking they coming somewhat different. It's like, no. So it's like you got to get you enough data and stuff on them. So every time they do it, okay, they playing like this. Let me hit the Rolodex. Okay, I'm gonna use this against them.
Okay.
Then they're gonna be like, okay,
Hey,
this person knows me way too well. Let me leave him alone.
I'm gonna say, hey, that's definitely a tactic. Disengaging when possible is a tactic to me. That right there is a tactic when needed.
Yeah.
But I think we got to do something. It's like you got to go on you can't always be on the defense, because if you always on the defense, you start it starts changing who you are. You start compromising your dignity, trying to maintain your dignity. You start compromising your peace and your health eventually. I don't care how dignified you trying to look with your suit on and however you doing it, and trying to be like, oh no, I'm not doing this. Inside, you are starting to die because you're still absorbing being on the defense. And life is such that you need balance. You can't just be on the defense. It's got to be some give and take. The question is, how do you give when you're in a relationship with somebody who's obsessive? So,
hey
man,
that you got to figure out. That we can't really give you I guess how the doctors say it. It's case by case.
It's case by case, man. Sound like your final thoughts. You all
that's my final thoughts. It's case by case. Just like a fighter. You can't fight everybody saying. You got to sit back.
That is so true.
Watch videotape and be like, okay, I got to train my body to do what I need to do to get the outcome of a fight. I was bulky and massive to beat this guy, but now this fighter, he's big, but I can't be bulky. I got to be faster, so I got to drop weight. So you got to study your opponent.
That's facts.
and approach accordingly.
Good, great advice. Hey, so I guess it turns out we all in an obsession relationship.
Knowingly and unknowingly.
Who'd have thought?
Yeah.
You think you just listened to a conversation and you in an obsessive relationship. Me too. Just from living in America. How about that?
We are the world.
How about that?
We are one people.
Yeah, let's get y'all. Let's get y'all in the comments. Like, how do you deal with somebody who's in an obsessive relationship? Since we all in one. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Let's share them strategies. How you training your body? How you training your mind to deal with folks who clearly obsessed with you? But we appreciate y'all watching. As we always say, don't watch and hide. Like and subscribe. Until next time, it's OG's Uncut. We out. Peace.